It's the night of the reset button in IWC Wrestling, where literally anything can happen and anyone can show up. Reloaded 3.0, Joe Dabrowski, Jay Worthington Burnsworth, bringing you the action from high atop the Court Time Sports Center in Elizabeth, Pennsylvania. As Jay Worth, we are being joined very unexpectedly by the man who ended 2016 on top. He'll kick off 2017, the IWC champion, the man with war in his name, Wardlow.
One of the biggest, most intimidating men in the IWC locker room. I can't think of a better man to wear that belt.
Of course, flanked by his advisor, Justin LaBar. A bit of a new look for LaBar. I guess he's been spending some of that Wardlow money now that the face of IWC is in his employ. LaBar, a bigger swagger than ever, but what are they doing out here at the top of the first show of 2017? This is not scheduled.
No, don't worry. I'm sure they're going to let us know, Joe. I hope they would let us know.
Wardlow defeating Jimmy Vegas, defeating RJ City in the same night to claim that championship after DJZ, the prior champion, had to relinquish due to a serious broken wrist, couldn't get doctor's clearance. More on DJZ and Jimmy Vegas later tonight. But it seems in the meantime we'll hear maybe a state of the IWC address from Justin LaBar.
So we're not going to waste any time. There's this whole reset button gimmick where we're going to talk about.
Sure. Good luck hashtagging that one.
We're going to randomly try to show you all these fancy people. It could be this guy, it could be that guy. Frankly, it doesn't matter. It's about as relevant as these women marching right now. It's nothing. So let's go ahead. And all it's doing is screwing up traffic, and all it's doing is screwing up our plan. So let's get to it. Go ahead and hit that damn button.
Produce the champ gets to call it.
I guess what the champion demands, we're going to give him.
Joe, it's a T-Rex.
What? Come again? Oh, good Lord.
What dark science have we used? What god have we forsaken that the T-Rex walks among us again, Joe?
What happened to my life? Well, when we said literally anything and anybody could show up, we weren't lying. A Tyrannosaurus Rex.
T-Rex to his friends, Joe.
Now, he is a veteran of tens of billions of years. He brings a lot of experience into the game, but he might have some ring rust. We haven't seen him in quite a while.
You know who trained that T-Rex?
Please tell me.
Vern Gagne.
Really? I heard the T-Rex is buddies with Corey Futuristic in his travels.
No, Corey's from the future.
Can he get his head in the ring?
He has tiny arms. It's not easy, Joe.
Well, Jay Worth, if he's from the future, obviously he can travel to the past. That's why he's here.
I don't think you thought it out the whole way, Joe.
Never mind. T-Rex! What would happen, Jay Worth, if a T-Rex wins the IWC title? And that's in our title lineage.
Drew could defeat him.
T-Rex is automatically more popular than LeBar or Wardlow. And this is an IWC Championship matchup. It won't exactly be DJZ and DeMarco.
You don't know that. Have you seen this T-Rex work before?
I have not, and I will be honest, have a big folder of notes in front of me, don't have the T-Rex page. Wardlow said he's king of the jungle. Are T-Rexes in jungles?
No, you think they're playing.
Dare I say nose to nose? Oh no.
Shoulder block. Try the action jump.
Ow! Well, Wardlow, it won't take all day long to end this one! Good grief! The man with more in his name, the 6'5", 265-pound IWC Heavyweight Champion, is not amused by the actions of T-Rex. And the king of his personal jungle, in his first International Wrestling Cartel title defense, is not wasting time.
Get this shot. Right in. There we go.
And this was history. You know, I've heard about wrestlers complaining about other wrestling companies putting nothing but dinosaurs in their title matches, but this is a whole new level of that.
Waka.
It's not our best, it's what the reset button came up with. Easy night for Wardlow.
Congrats.
Oh no. I recognize that music.
I didn't think he could be scarier than a T-Rex.
This man could devour a T-Rex. The notorious Shane Taylor, back in IWC after a several-year absence. Taylor has been tearing it up in Ring of Honor with Keith Lee. Their wars with War Machine, Ray Rowan Hansen, the stuff of Quick Legend. Does Shane Taylor fear war? I think not.
I don't know that I've ever seen Shane Taylor fear anything. So.
And look at Wardlow, he's not backing down. Keep in mind, LeBar and Taylor formerly had an association here in IWC.
Welcome back, the great Shane Taylor.
Welcome back.
All right, look.
Why is he here?
Look, you're doing some great things in the world of pro wrestling. You got a lot of momentum. LeBar. So, bro, do yourself a favor. Don't interrupt us and mess up that momentum, all right? Just go on back. Hey, LeBar.
Shut up, LeBar.
You say another word, I shove that mic up your ass.
That's straight and to the point.
Let's hope it's not to the point.
See, I didn't come all the way here from Texas to leave my fate up to some reset button.
Me either.
So the way I see it, before there was a Wardlow, there was another monster in IWC, and his name was Shane Taylor. And for my entire career in IWC, I have never had a championship match. So what I'm proposing, if your girlfriend is okay with it, I say tonight, it's Shane Taylor against Wardlow for that IWC World Championship.
Whoa.
No. Very cute. Very cute. He's had his match. We're done. We fulfilled our obligations. Go find a T-Rex to mess around with. That's not happening. We're out of here.
What do you guys think? You want to see talking to the middleman. I'm talking to you.
Yeah. He only
Shane Taylor and Wardlow tonight.
Shane's gonna kill you!
You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this.
You understand, caveman? I don't.
You don't need to do this. I already won my match.
Well, the man with war in his name apparently has no balls between his legs.
This is getting volatile. Wardlow just said, yes, you got it.
You heard it, right? You have what I'm talking about. Tonight, Shane Taylor against Wardlow, and I take back what should have been mine 4 years ago.
What could literally be the biggest IWC title match of all time as Shane Taylor comes back to IWC. No more affiliation with the bar. Taylor's out for his own benefit and out to claim something he felt should have been his long ago. Can you believe it, Jay? With Shane Taylor and Wardlow for the title tonight.
How is this fair to the IWC champion? He already had his match for the night.
Oh, come on.
And it was against a T-Rex.
Wardlow lucked out. He didn't do anything to earn that championship tonight, but he's going to have to earn it just to survive. Shane Taylor here in our, what I guess is now our feature match on Reloaded 3.0. Well, we're about to see the official debut in IWC of the man we're about to meet through the curtain at this time, but in spite of not being here before, he's already found himself in a grudge match. Jack Pollock has been a major star around this area for a number of years, but finally, in what many say was long overdue, made his way to IWC a month ago. But the circumstances around it are what many are leaving, saying that there should have been a bit more to Jack Pollock than what we saw, because Pollock basically snuck his way in. Didn't earn his way in. It was Argos and Dupree in a 2-on-1 ladder match with Andrew Palace, trying to earn themselves contracts in IWC. If Palace won, they'd be out. If they won, they'd be in. And the reason they won is the guy in the background right there. Your next trending topic, Jack Pollock, instrumental in that scenario and added his name to that contract at the bottom. Jack Pollock is in IWC, and he's got a couple of buddies with him. Their common ground, their common bond, all trained Calgary, Alberta, Canada. Storm Wrestling Academy by the great Lance Storm. The frenetic energy of the Spaz-Manian Devil, Andrew Palace, as he circles around the ring, but you gotta believe there's a lot of rage coming through those eyes as well, as Palace was in a brutal and barbaric environment in a ladder match, 2-on-1, what many would say are insurmountable odds. It seemed like Palace was close, as Palace now soaks in the adulation of his people. But Jayworth, Palace was close, and many people think Palace would have won 2-on-1 if not for Jack Pollock making his presence known.
Woulda. Thing is, he didn't. I'm a big fan of Andrew Palace, but he had the odds stacked against him and he lost. He didn't go into it expecting a fair fight. Why you would complain at the end, but that wasn't fair, is beyond me.
Well, because when you sign for a 2-on-1 match and a third man gets involved, that's obviously nothing that was mutually agreed upon. Palace didn't agree to those odds, those circumstances. But now, he does realize that while it's 1-on-1, there's going to be two flunkies on the outside. Crowd certainly supporting Palace. How can you not? Have you ever been around Jaxon Argos? Have you seen how obnoxious this kid is?
I haven't. Please elaborate.
Always talking about himself, always bouncing off the walls, full of energy. Wants everybody to look at him, wants to be the center of attention. And Pollock stepping up to Pollock right now. Let's try to listen in.
I think Palace said, why don't you face me yourself?
Now Argos in a debate with our capacity crowd.
And they're going to the back, it looks like. Team Storm is now just Jackson Pollock.
Well, I think it
Jack Pollock. Sorry, not Jackson Pollock.
Yeah. Jackson could be his full name. We don't know. And I think this goes to what I was talking about a moment ago, Jay Worth, in the sense that many of Jack Pollock's biggest supporters were critical of the way Pollock got into IWC, because I think many people would say Pollock is a good enough competitor to have earned his way in a more traditional way. Would you agree?
I mean, I don't doubt his talent at all, based upon what I've seen in various other promotions. I guess my point is, would you rather have a steak or just be given a steak?
What's wrong with earning a steak?
What's wrong with being given a steak?
Nothing. As long as it doesn't involve kicking somebody's head off to get it.
You and I clearly eat at different steakhouses.
I guess we do. Two great tacticians, Palace and Pollock. This could be the sleeper matchup of the night. This could be the match that everybody's talking about once tonight's over.
Very true. It's the battle of the hair, if nothing else.
Both men are very follically inclined. As Pollock steps to the outside, but Palace is nothing but straightforward energy. Palace doesn't know about half speed. He is in your face 24/7.
It is 100% or it's nothing with him.
And Pollock trying to slow things down, and Pollock's going to take the fight to him. God!
Oh, right into that guardrail. I think it bent.
You mean the guardrail or Palace's spine?
Both.
Will that slow down the frenetic energy of Palace? Not so far. Satellite head scissors, nicely done.
And Pollock back to the outside. I feel like he's trying to get some distance. But so far, Palace has had an answer for him.
Oh! Down with a knee off the second turnbuckle. That's innovative.
I was going to say, that's some innovative offense from Palace. I haven't seen that before.
Palace not taking his eyes off Jack Pollock, who is out on his feet and dazed in the early going. And maybe Pollock wasn't aware of what Palace is capable of. They haven't crossed paths that often over the years. But Pollock getting an education. Welcome to IWC, sir.
Well, yeah, he wanted his name on that contract. I hope he knew it wasn't a knitting circle. And just that incensed look on the face of Palace. He's been stewing about this for some 6 or 7 weeks. Oh, Pollock to the eyes. On Palace! Face first on the top of that ring post, and he took a hard tumble to the floor at that. Yeah, he went face to post and then just went flying. Now, elbow looked like to the bridge of the nose there.
Side rush and leg sweep. That's the second time in this matchup Palace has violently hit the guardrail.
And our ref's up to 7.
Pollock broke the count a moment ago. But Pollock clearly saw something when Palace went for that dive and sensed there could be a weak point created on Palace's anatomy, who already has welts forming on his back as a result of the damage done, as Pollock finds 2. Great thinking on his feet by Pollock to adjust his strategy to affect what Palace has done in the early moments of the contest.
And now Pollock up. I gotta say, look at the conditioning of Pollock. Not too many people can hang with the energy of Palace for this long. Jay, it looks like it hasn't phased him at all.
What would a win mean for Jack Pollock here this evening?
I think it would cement things in people's mind. You're saying people are questioning if he should have had his name added to that contract. This would show, yes, absolutely he should have.
Lotto impressed by Pollock for 2. Well, Palace is certainly maybe the most vocal critic, especially now that we're stuck with Argos and Dupree. formidable athletes in their own right. You can't disparage anybody that has been trained by the great Lance Storm. I know you certainly have followed Lance's career in your travels and in your years of watching wrestling. Briefly speak on the technical savvy and what makes Lance Storm so valuable to wrestling history.
I don't know that I can speak to his value in wrestling history outside of just amazing tactician and look at the people he's trained. I think what he brings more than anything else is a level of dedication that I don't know who else I could offer as a comparison. His diet, his exercise, his philosophy, everything is all streamlined into a very simple, just hard truth as to what wrestling is and should be, and he passes it along to the people he teaches.
Palace gets the foot up in the corner. That dedication of Lance Storm led him to a WWE Intercontinental title, tag gold in ECW, success in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, WCW. He once held 3 or 4 different titles at once. As Pollock cuts Palace off the pass, and a lot of those philosophies, a lot of those ways that Lance Storm thought about this business have certainly rubbed off on Pollock, Argos, and Dupree.
Yep. Like I said, I mean,
all of my Palace here, shoulders down for 2.
He doesn't just teach the mechanics of wrestling. He teaches the mindset that you need in order to be a success in this business.
Enziguri, Pollock ducks out of the way, now traps the leg. And here's a little homage to Lance Storm, that Canadian crab, the half-Boston crab, that Lance Storm utilized many a time throughout his career, especially in the national promotions.
And the half crab, more of a knee lock than the full Boston crab, which tends to work more of the back.
Especially with Pollock elevated like that. Palace is reaching for a rope, but Pollock pulls Palace back to the center of the ring. And notice how deep Pollock is cinching in now. That low center of gravity, that wide base, makes it harder for Palace to bridge up and crawl, but he's finding a way. And Palace makes the rope.
I was going to say you have to give it to Palace for being able to get the power together to get himself to the ropes there. Like you said, Pollock had it cinched in deep. That was a heck of a fight to get to the bottom rope.
Pollock's trainer, Lance Storm, former tag team partners with Chris Jericho, who was a guest of honor here at IWC a month ago. Bringing out the Super Indy Championship, which will be on the line later tonight. Chris LeRusso versus the Reset Button.
Well, someone selected by the Reset Button. He's not going to actually wrestle the Reset Button.
Got your gear on just in case, Jayworth?
That's not funny.
Look at Palace. Pollock was going high risk, but Palace grabbing a hold of the foot. And Palace takes Pollock up. And notice, Jayworth, that back left top turnbuckle, that pad is it's hanging there. You can see that shiny steel bolt exposed a little bit. I think Pollock's head may have come into contact.
I was going to say the padding is all at the bottom. What is at the top there is just the connecting area, and there's no padding in that.
Steel turnbuckle bolt there underneath as both men try to get to their feet. Official at 7 before action resumes, and no double count out here.
Now they're just slapping the crap out of each other. Nope.
Not sure who to give the advantage to in a slugfest. Pollock at the moment. Here comes Palace.
Oh.
Big uppercut by Palace. Pollock a step ahead. Wind up in a miss. And Palace from way downtown.
Huge lariat there. And Palace looks like he's gaining his sea legs back. He's back to his feet, and here comes that energy you were talking about.
And now it's Pollock who's reeling. And Palace went head of steam, but Pollock was waiting. Pollock can be very resourceful in his own right, and he's got staying power. Make no mistake about it. High angle back suplex. You can question Pollock's means of how he ended up here, but bell to bell, there's no doubt that Pollock belongs. But is he on the level of Palace? We'll find out. Elevated neck breaker, hook of the leg, and Pollock slips the shoulder up. Palace Not sure if he's scratching his head and figuring out how to beat Pollock or if he's looking for a cut. Either way, he knows he's been through a war thus far at Reloaded 3.
Well, there's a forest of hair he has to try and check out there. So.
What could be the hernia driver. This will be it if he hits it. Pollock knows it, elbows his way free. Into that buckle, unprotected, and a spinebuster. Pollock could beat him here. Palace bounced off the steel, but not enough to keep him down, and Pollock, you could tell, thought this would be it.
You heard the clank of that turnbuckle. The clank of that turnbuckle as Palace hit it. And then Pollock followed up with a spine buster. Picture perfect.
Landstorm trainee, but channeling double A. Pollock, double handful of that ample hair. Here comes Palace setting him up. No. Back and forth center ring. Palace hangs onto the rope. Able to fight his way out of danger. Back in. Oh, Palace landed hard. Pollock was able to shift his weight and almost a modified back body drop. And Palace landed hard in the back of his neck.
He felt it coming, and I'm not sure. It looked like he may have grabbed that middle rope to just make sure he didn't get taken out by that flying attack.
And now this is a Pollock staple. The running big boot has put many big men down. The running drop kick that Palace has as well, but Pollock had it scouted. And back to that Canadian crab.
Well, he has him stuck in the corner. Palace can't reach.
Yeah, Palace crawls forward. He's about 15 feet away from the rope.
He's back over.
And Palace turns things around. Canadian crab of his own.
And Pollock's facing the wrong way. He's got a hell of a lot of distance to climb if he's going to get a rope.
Palace wasn't able to sit back and cinch in. Oh!
Does that Canadian healthcare cover dental?
A hellacious knee trembler that sends Pollock to the floor. And just when you thought we were to wrestling and counter wrestling, it's an all-out brawl again.
Well, like you said, Palace is angry. Just because he's wrestling doesn't mean he...
Ouch! Nowhere for Pollock to go, sandwiched between the guardrail and Palace's running drop kick.
And we're up to 7 again, and again the count gets broken. Referee Bobby.
Yes, you got it.
Calling the out. Oh!
I'm so proud. Oh, Pollock. No pride in that maneuver.
But not counting the 5 count on the top row.
Well, the important number for Palace now is 2 after the landing he endured. Palace pushing Pollock off. Can Palace recover?
He's up top.
Huge diving headbutt. Will this be enough? Got him! No! That Dynamite Kid-esque leap came down all impact on Jack Pollock right in the chest cavity, but still, IWC's next trending topic fights on.
And Palace, you can tell.
Wait, that's Dupree. Pollock said he was going to do this on his own. Where's Argos? That's a Singapore Kane. Are you kidding me?
Oh!
And Argos gets it.
And Team Storm taken out. Oh!
Pollock had something in his right hand.
I didn't see.
He is putting in his tights. Palace out on his feet. And Pollock got that running mafia kick. And Palace is out. Jack Pollock has beaten Andrew Palace.
Well, can we stop saying he doesn't deserve to be here now?
I'll tell you what. Again, technically speaking, he deserves to be here, but he hasn't earned that in my eyes through his behavior last month or tonight. A foreign object, Team Storm helping him out. Pollock beats Andrew Palace. That's huge. But look at the asterisk next to the result, because Jack Pollock needed a hill of help. But Team Storm, Jayworth, is stronger than ever. I can't deny that.
And I would like to congratulate Jack Pollock on his win here and welcome him to IWC.
It's only the beginning. Dupree, Argos, and their new leader, I suppose, Jack Pollock, pitting a two-time former Super Indy champion at Reloaded.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the IWC Women's Championship. Introducing first, from Buffalo County, Pennsylvania, she's wrestled for Ring of Honor and appeared on Monday Night Raw. She is the IWC Women's Champion,
Britt Baker outlasted Sonia Strong, Marty Bell, and Serafini to become the first ever in our 15-plus year history IWC Women's Champion. But what a way to start off the era of the IWC Women's Division, because we don't know who the opponent will be for Britt Baker tonight, but we do understand that for this particular match, the reset button is restricted to female competitors.
I don't know that stays in the spirit of this. I think she should have to face a T-Rex as well.
You wearing your gear, Farnsworth?
That's not funny. I mean, there were female T-Rexes.
Well, introduced as Chelsea Green, some of you at home may know her as Laurel Van Ness. She's a TNA Impact knockout and in the stable of Sienna and Maria Kanellis-Bennett on Pop TV every Thursday night. Laurel looks happy to be here, and why shouldn't she? It's her IWC debut, Jayworth.
It's her IWC debut and a title opportunity.
That's what I'm saying. And obviously, she's very accomplished.
Yeah. I'm looking at her accomplishments right now.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, sorry.
You would be nice.
I'll be very nice, I promise.
Will you be polite? Will you be gentlemanly?
I am nothing if not a perfect gentleman.
All right, well, you must be nothing then. So be that as it may. Kalanovo Taya. Do I dare ask you, Jayworth, without an offhand remark, who this match is advantageous to physically?
Well, I would say, I got to give it to Britt Baker. Spectacular shape.
And spectacular showing a month ago, outlasting 3 other women.
Absolutely. She won the title, and all that training and hard work that we've seen her put in has paid off. Plus, champion's advantage. She doesn't have to beat Miss Green. Miss Green has to beat her to get the title.
Of course, Chelsea, Laurel Van Ness. I'll probably call her Laurel. You can call her Chelsea. We'll call the whole thing out. Be that as it may. Trained as part of WWE's Tough Enough reality show in 2015. So think about the type of talents that were on that show to help out Laurel Van Ness in her recruitment of years. Talking about Booker T, Billy Gunn, Lita. So certainly some very, very established, well-respected veterans to help show her the ropes.
Well, very true. I don't question her lineage. I don't question anything about her, frankly. I think this is going to be a fantastic matchup.
Native of British Columbia. How do you feel about Canadians right now, Jayworth? You think?
I am neither here nor there about with them. I think they're a hoot.
There we go. Oh, we'll one be champion.
I will say, have you ever been to Toronto?
I have been to Toronto, yeah.
Yeah, I always say Toronto is what would have happened had New York turned out the way you wanted it to. So I give a lot of props to Canada.
I used a frighteningly similar analogy last time I was there, but we'll move on. Britt Baker now controlling the arm of Laurel Van Ness. Who knows, we could see the IWC Women's Championship on TNA Impact.
We could. You may imagine there's probably some sort of legalities we'd have to go through first, but it could happen.
Due diligence. Laurel's also competed in Japan for Stardom Wonder Ring.
I can't say I'm familiar.
Also competed in India where she suffered a broken collarbone but battled back from that. So it shows you that she's got the competitive resolve to last here in professional wrestling.
And apparently been at it for a while. Since 2015.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, she's made the most out of those couple years. She's traveled more miles in those couple years than some 15, 20-year vets we know.
Yeah, very true.
Britt able to sweep the legs near fall.
And that's how you get good. The more styles, the more people you can expose yourself to.
That's right.
The better a wrestler you become.
And great appreciation from these IWC Wrestling fans. Jim, you happy to see a full-time women's division, a women's championship in IWC after 15 plus years?
I'm ecstatic. It's about time we finally caught up with the rest of the world and beat the crap out of women like we beat the crap out of men. What? I'm not saying I'm going to beat them up.
I don't think you could if you tried. Nice roll through on the arm drag.
Yeah, but I'd like to find out.
You just stay here, you young whippersnapper. Pace quickens, Britt Baker up underneath. Caught Van Ness with a high kick.
Chelsea to the outside, checking that jaw, making sure that smile is still flawless.
Are you angling for a date here? What's your deal?
I don't need to angle anything. You see how she's looking at me.
Might be why she's not doing too well right now.
Yeah, she might. I mean, she needs to concentrate on Britt Baker.
You need to not concentrate on Little Van Ness quite as much.
I think you need to not tell me how to live, Joe. That's what I think.
Yeah, it's going to spiral into a whole big debate that we'll have off air. Oh man, Britt got tired of waiting. She's a bit impatient. I just decided to slug Van Ness right in the face.
Normally a surprise like that comes from a count down, not a count up. So.
That's the old Greco-Roman form to the jaw. Oh, no. Van Ness tripping up Britt Baker, who landed face first on the hardest part of that ring.
Caught her leg and just shifted the momentum out and back from her.
Oh, the bicycle kick, nobody there. Britt outquickens her opposition and a thrust kick of her own. Nice. And every time we see Britt, she gets a little more comfortable, a little more polished. Oh, look at Van Ness fire back.
Turns out you kick someone in the face, they might not be happy about it. They may have something to say about it.
You don't say.
Come on, Chelsea.
Well, apparently. Lessons learned here at IWC.
As Laurel Van Ness brings her adversary Britt Baker back into the ring.
And then just gives herself a moment to cool off, calm down.
Van Ness been having her issues with Allie on Impact Wrestling lately. Been caught in a bit of a love triangle of sorts with Braxton Sutter, formerly known as Pepper Parks, another IWC alumnus.
Get her out of the corner.
Oh, modified curb stomp into the corner.
We're going a corner stomp?
You just did.
We're awesome.
That's why you're here. Hook in the leg for two.
And now pulls her up.
Smart maneuver by Van Ness as well, because Baker's been out-quickening her opposition thus far.
Slap on a good leg scissor, start cutting the air off.
Well, notice Van Ness didn't have those feet interlocked in front of Baker. That allowed Baker to break the grip a little more easily. Now creates the distance. Will opportunity follow?
And a good knee right to the solar plexus.
Made it look easy, too. Near fall. Another near fall. And again, that expends energy just to be able to kick out and be able to push the body of your opponent off of your own.
Very true. And now sort of sets her up. And a diving snapmare.
Nicely done. Almost Kurt Hennig-esque, but couldn't put her away. Laurel's getting frustrated.
Now just throwing her down.
A double handful of hair.
And now you can tell it's gotten under the skin of Chelsea Green.
Yeah, she's frustrated at this point. Maybe she thought because Britt Baker doesn't have quite as long of a resume as Laurel does. Well, what Baker with a roll up. Near fall, of course, Baker as seen on Ring of Honor, as seen on Monday Night Raw. But if Laurel thought she'd come in and just have an easy pick into the championship, she's got another thing coming.
She is not a doormat. Britt Baker will put a fight up.
Nowhere for Britt to go there a moment ago, but she comes back firing.
And now they just seem to be testing each other's jaws.
Big back and forth offense here.
Oh!
Baker with a forearm shot. Could Laurel be knocked out? Oh, near fall.
And that is the third or fourth hard shot that Chelsea Green has taken right to the jaw. I think Britt Baker's found the chink in her armor, so to speak. Taking her back to the corner and just laying in those elbows.
And Laurel's on the defensive, you can tell, but she's not really sure where to go from here.
Apparently she's going to the mat. Oh!
Baker rolls through, trying to trap the shoulders. Can she get her over? Well, women jockeying for position there, and nobody gets the upper hand. Defensive maneuver by Laurel to break the grip of Britt. As Britt now firing, but Britt packs a lot of power in those forearms.
Yeah, and she keeps landing them right in the same spot, right to the side of the jaw there.
Laurel set for the ride, got the elbow up, right to the sternum area. And a big boot to follow. Second turnbuckle on the inside. Laurel, sunset flip. Can she trap her? 2 and no.
Now Laurel trying to get to her feet first, but Britt just knocks her back down.
As the adage goes, Britt's dancing with what brung her. That's those forearm strikes. They've really given her an advantage, and now another cover attempt.
They've been effective. I mean, I don't blame her for using them.
And Laurel's trying to regain her bearings here. Britt's trying to figure out what it's going to take to beat Laurel, which I'm not sure what the answer is. She has a very impressive win-loss record in Impact Wrestling. She's faced all the best there, Gail Kim and Jade, and on down the line. Britt gets the boot up. And Britt now second turnbuckle on the inside, and Laurel gets renewed life.
Come on, Chelsea, get her off the ropes.
Just continuing to lay those forearms in. Heading up to the top. Are we looking superplex?
Looks like that's what she's looking for, but can she pull it off? Easier said than done here, but from way up high she gets it. But Laurel lands on the back of her own head on the way down. What did that take out of her as well as Britt Baker?
I don't know, she looks hurt.
2.
Favoring her head, gasping for air.
3.
These ladies have taken a lot out of one another.
4.
Crowd willing on Britt Baker, but only incidental movement from both athletes thus far. And just barely before the count of 10, 9.5, they're back fighting.
And again, just each one checking the other's jaw.
Oh! How about check your neck? German release suplex. Baker now on top. Could this be all? No! Oh, I thought that was it.
Great suplex by Britt Baker. Great angle and great arc on that.
And great resolve by Britt Baker. This may have been the toughest test Britt's faced in an IWC ring. Baker getting the upper hand of the strikes, and Laurel takes out the knee, boot to the temple.
And Baker's down, possibly out. He's pulling her up to her feet, or at least halfway.
Oh, drops down the boot to the spine. This could do it.
Oh,
Near fall. And again, Baker doesn't have a lot behind that kick out. I think if Laurel had had maybe a tighter cover on Baker, the result could have been different.
Yeah, really cinched it in, get the weight up over the shoulders.
Opening there on the elbow.
No.
Oh, Britt way off on that leg, but you can tell Britt's equilibrium is not all where it needs to be yet.
Oh! Yeah, she got it there.
Took out the knee of Laurel like she had done to Britt a moment ago. Into the cover, no. Now, what a gut check this is.
And Green just needs some time to recuperate. Baker not giving it to her.
Nice Russian leg sweep. Near fall.
You have to start wondering just how much does each of them have in the tank.
I'll tell you what, whoever comes out of Reloaded IWC Women's Champion, they're going to have earned it.
Green to the top rope.
Oh! Got all of that missile drop kick.
2 to the lungs. And Baker's barely moving.
That was almost jumping bomb Angels-esque. Baker still in a bad way, and oh, Baker tried to catch Van Ness on the way down, caught some of a neck breaker, but not enough. Britt was looking to counter what looked to be a traditional curb stomp, Jay Worth, compared to what we saw earlier, but this didn't work out. Thrust kick caught Van Ness high,
and she's fighting back to her feet.
Look at this. Went for a rocker drop. Yeah. Van Ness knows how to counter a famouser based on one of her trainers. And now half Boston Crab. Maybe she's been watching Lance Storm.
Possibly. Maybe she's been talking to Team Storm in the back.
Hope not for her sake. That Argos is grating, but be that as it may. She might have a chance to do a lot more of that because she could be women's champion.
She keeps stretching, and Britt's gonna have shoe polish in her hair.
The angle of the leg as well as the small of the back of Baker, who's able to counter out.
Leg pick. And there's Britt swinging through again.
Look at this. Into a submission.
And she's trying. It looks like she's fighting to get it locked in.
Yeah, almost a modified Regal stretch.
What do you say?
Shades of the rings of Saturn.
There it is. Right, there we go. Laurel taps. Britt's the champion. Man, Jay Worth, what a battle that was. You gotta believe that these athletes are absolutely spent. 15 plus minutes of an absolute war.
Britt Baker earned that title tonight. And a show of respect between the two here at the end.
Yeah, earn the championship, earn the respect of her adversary, and this is any indication 2017 will be a huge year for Britt Baker and the IWC Women's title.
The following contest is a special fatal four-way elimination match where the winner will be the first entrant into the IWC Super Indy 16 tournament. All 4 selections will be made by the reset button.
I love it, Jay Worth. 4 wild cards at once. We don't know who's coming out.
God, I hope it's not me.
You're Super Indy style.
Well, there's your boy.
Oh no. Argos may be happier looking at his own face on the IWC video wall than he would be qualified for Super Indy. That's how self-absorbed he is. Ooh, look at me, I'm Jaxon Argos. This guy desperate for attention or what? Yeah, how many times did he stuff the ballot box?
Who voted on that? We had a... IWC did that?
Yeah. One to one non-wrestler of the year. I know he stuffed the ballot box, though.
Who?
The ring announcer. Who?
I mean, I just assumed I won it.
Wow.
Everyone loves me.
What? Does the reset button love you? You next?
That's not funny.
Dominic Garinni has trained up in Ohio with Absolute Intense Wrestling. He has a 10-month career under his belt, but even more notorious for his pro wrestling is his Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. At one time, he was one of the top 10 ranked in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on the entire planet. This guy is a very dangerous man.
I don't doubt it. Have you ever seen a true jiu-jitsu fighter? Like pure jiu-jitsu? It is no wasted motion.
How will his style fare in the Super Indy style? And we got 2 more to come.
Please not me, please not me.
I hope it's Spider Mask.
From Web City?
Even better! I'll tell you what, I really like this young man's upside. Sless Taylor has been in the game about 3 or 4 years now. He's gone under the radar of a lot of individuals. He made his debut a month ago as part of the IWC Proving Ground Battle Royal. But this man is very athletic. He is dedicated to physical fitness. Hosts Body by Sless online, gives workout tips, dietary tips. This guy, pound for pound, may be the best conditioned guy in the building. And he could be the first entrant in Super Indy 16.
Who we got? Always ready. Shut up.
One more to come.
What your mom said.
Not me, not me.
I hope it's David Kitch. Hey, welcome back. Gresham likes to call himself the best technical wrestler in the world. And over the last near decade, Gresham has done a lot to prove that moniker. A master of arm attacks. The octopus stretch nearly won him everything in Super Indy 15. Now, nearly a year later, Gresham a chance for redemption thanks to the reset button.
Yeah, but we are talking about a chance. He's up against 3 wildly different styles and very competent competitors in the ring.
You ain't kidding. The reset button is always good to give you a little clash of styles once in a while.
Okay, so let me ask you, of these 4, right now, who do you pick?
Man, that's a great question. It's hard for me not to favor Jonathan Gresham when you look at strictly experience. However, to me, Dominic Garinni is the X factor because of that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think he may surprise a lot of people. And I think Argos, you got to think about Team Storm, and Sless, you got to think about this is natural athleticism.
I was going to say, I got to go with Argos because he has Dupree out here.
You just like him because I don't like him.
No, I mean right now, while everyone's trying to show each other who does wrestle good, Argos is standing outside saving his energy.
Who does wrestle good? Did you say that?
I did. Why are they doing it?
Because they want to get a shot at Super Indy 16. Hello.
Well, right now, Argos seems to have the best game plan, in my opinion.
Doing nothing. You just kicked the guy, that's it.
That wasn't even a drive-by. That was
Look at this agility between Taylor and Gresham, center of the ring. This is a major gut check. Can you top this? Gresham comes out on top. Standing drop kick.
And then a pair of boots to the teeth, and there's an answer.
Jayworth, many people thought Gresham stole the show last year at Super Indy 15 with his finals-worthy performance. Would you agree?
Well, I couldn't agree more. He's a great competitor. Yeah, I mean, he just showed it there.
Garinni grounding Taylor.
This could be it.
Attempting for a cross arm breaker. Sless has his arms clasped together to try to counter that.
Lets him get up and
Garinni unorthodox. He's actually wrestling barefoot.
And he just threw a European style uppercut. No, Gresham back in the ring.
This is elimination. Jayworth, 3 falls will decide it. One man left standing will be the first entrant into Super Indy.
And now Argos picking his spot.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Look at this. God!
And 1 minute.
Oh, please. Argos is celebrating like he won Super Indy already. Hey, pal, gravity helped you a little bit. That's what you get.
He made a mistake. He's paying for it.
Yeah, his life's full of mistakes. His hair's a mistake. And you don't want to quicken the pace against Sless Taylor, who takes Argos to the outside.
And Dupree's just standing there a bit dumbfounded.
That's nothing new.
Be nice, Joe. Oh my God! Just dropped him right onto the apron there. And you can see how much it took out of Argos. I think he landed on his hip.
Garinni the worst for wear as well. Official not counting at this point. It's his discretion, really, if he did or not.
That's not good. That wasn't fun at all.
Because I kind of think that like there are some rules in place, and not that it's up to his discretion. He should be counting. I don't know that there's any punishment.
Oh God! Taylor went for a 450 at least, and Garinni countered and just hooked his arm.
Oh. But in a double shoulder lock, essentially.
Yeah.
The start of the
Argos springs in and the least graceful interruption.
Rolls through.
And it's hey idiot! It's an elimination match. You want people to be out. Why would you interrupt? This guy's a moron.
He thought he had a chance there.
Nothing Jaxon Argos does in his life makes sense to me. Sorry. Argos.
Nothing. He trained with Lance Storm. He hit that elbow.
Probably robbed somebody to afford it.
Wasn't that part of the fine tradition of pro wrestling? You figure out a way to get it done?
Apparently, Argos calls that series of elbows the Jaxon 5.
That's good.
Yeah, you would laugh at that.
That's a good, it's a reference. See, there was a band called the Dragon.
I understand. No, I'm agreeing with you that it's a reference. I'll give you that much. There's a Samoan drop by a very accomplished athlete. Standing shooting star. Could Argos be eliminated? Oh no, Sless knocked the wind out of himself on that one.
May have landed wrong on that one.
Yeah, sometimes that impact. You take a lot out of yourself. Taylor's starting a hashtag chant here at IWC. And there's Dupree getting involved. And there's Argos reintroduced to Dupree.
Dupree helping out a little bit there.
Get him out of here. Why's he got to be out here?
Moral support.
Look at this! Taylor's got hops. Great vertical leap. He didn't even need to angle his body to get over the top rope. That was amazing.
What's the difference between him and Miller Lite?
What's that?
He got hops.
There you go.
See, I took your joke and I made it better. You're welcome.
It wasn't a joke. I just called it a match. And you made a reference.
There are people watching this now that are laughing at it. It's a joke.
Wait, look at Argos. Let's laugh at Argos pulling the referee in the way as a shield. This guy's shameless.
It worked.
It worked. Hey, come on. Are you kidding me? There's a flatliner after a low blow, and Sless Taylor gets eliminated that way. Is he aware the match isn't over yet? Okay, now he's with us. Just making sure.
And there was a shooter right to Jonathan Gresham.
Mood's gonna change. Dominic's not about that braggadocious lifestyle.
No, I've yet to find many.
Oh, knee strike. Oh, a second one. Garinni's trained with UFC greats like Eddie Weiland, Jessica I, Miguel Torres. And Dupree's saving his buddy. He knew it was going to be done for.
Oh.
And thank you. See you later, pal.
Hey, Dupree got thrown out, but I got to say, it's like in hockey. If he's going to score the goal,
low blow. Come on.
You got to take the penalty.
Garinni got low blowed, and there's a kick out. Dominic survived matches against the likes of Zack Sabre Jr. and B.J. Whitmer. Jaxon Argos could not outsmart him in that exchange. Garinni continues to fight.
And we see Gresham getting back into the ring.
Good for you, ref. Are you kidding me, Argos? He just took a swing at the official.
Oh!
And Gresham and Garinni now double teaming on Argos. Beautiful German suplex. And Garinni now. Oh! Short spike pile driver. That'll do it. And Garinni, well, not going to endorse that one, but we're down to two. Garinni has really brought his own style into the dance and come out very, very well. Gresham with redemption, looking to get back for what he felt he may have lost a year ago. Gresham and then Super Indy champion Josh Alexander went 30 minutes back in Cage Fury, a front runner for match of the year. Gresham was so close. Could he get another opportunity in this year's field? Near fall there.
And Gresham needs to keep distance from Dominic here. He does not want to get in close and let him use that judo.
And kick the arm out from under him. That's going to affect Garinni's potential to grab onto a body part and stretch.
Just a kick to the back of the head.
That'll do it. Thought Gresham might have been knocked out for a moment. And Garinni is measuring Gresham.
Looking for that shoulda again.
Could be a career performance for Garinni. Gresham drives with the legs and nearly has it. Gresham quickens the pace. The more Gresham can stay moving, the more an advantage he has, but Garinni with that striking game. Reverse Hurricane Rana spikes him.
And that could be it.
And now Gresham going high risk. He likes to go shooting star. Will that be what we see?
Nope.
Garinni caught for the second time. A high-risk maneuver in his clutches.
And he's got him in a triangle. He's got to pull that arm over a little more.
This match would have been over had Gresham hit the shooting star, but Garinni may be choking Gresham out.
Just using his own shoulder against him.
I think Gresham's out. No!
Gresham is over.
And Gresham picked Garinni! That veteran instinct! Garinni's very tough. He's very capable, but he is under a year in the game, and Gresham took advantage of that inexperience, rolled through, dropped the shoulders of Garinni, but Garinni instinctively did not want to relinquish the hold, and ironically, that's what was the downfall for young Dominic. Jonathan Gresham is back in Super Indy 16 a year after coming so close at Super Indy 15.
An amazing performance by all of the competitors, and congratulations to Gresham. I look forward to seeing what he does in this tournament, and I hope we get to see Garinni again.
Gresham could win it all, his second chance, Super Indy 16. Our third of 4 championship matches, Jay Worth. Chris LeRusso, the heir apparent. LeRusso surviving a month ago one-on-one with Sam Adonis, straight from Mexico. LeRusso had a curveball thrown his way last month when Y2J Chris Jericho came out as the special guest ring announcer Impromptu. But now LeRusso does not know his opponent. It could be anybody. And Jay Worth, you know as well as I do, there's a lot of talents in the back. We didn't expect, hoping their name gets called.
Matter what that little button says, because the fact of the matter is, I am the greatest Super Indy champion of all time. I am the greatest wrestler to ever come out of this city. I am a rising star in this industry, and you people should pay homage to the future king of professional wrestling. So hit the button.
Hit the button.
I can't wait. Will somebody finally shut Chris LeRusso up? I hope it's Jay Flash. Anybody remember him?
I heard there's a rumor Sorg is in the mix.
Michael Sorg. Maybe it'll be Chuck Roberts. Oh! It's the ties! I love it!
say you're the best athlete to come out of Pittsburgh.
Oh, cut the damn music. The mood just changed. The man that ushered in the era of Extreme threw down the NWA World's title and rechristened it the ECW World Championship. So many times on top of the mountain in ECW, WCW, WWE, XPW, TNA, you name it, Shane has done it. A Pittsburgh icon.
When you talk about ECW and everything that learned from ECW, you have to mention that that company was built on the back of that man. He was the alpha and omega in ECW, and the reason you talk about them now is because of the matches that he had and he inspired in others.
And if I'm correct, this is Shane's first match in IWC in over half a decade.
Yeah, it has been a long time since we saw Shane here in the IWC.
But what a homecoming, these people, many of them on their feet. Many fans have watched Shane grow up. Shane trained right near here with the legendary Dominic. Same training class as Mick Foley. And Shane has been a staple of this area no matter where his career has taken him. And Jayworth, in 2017, could the franchise Shane Douglas be IWC Super Indy champion?
The only thing I can say that Chris LeRusso has going for him at the moment is he has Mr. Steel and Mr. Nasty in his corner.
Yeah, he's going to need Mr. Nasty. He's going to need Mr. Steel.
He's going to need it. And they may not be enough.
Now, LeRusso has his own triple threat, but if anybody knows how to counteract that, it may be the franchise. Shane, what was it, a 3 or 4 time ECW World Champion, Intercontinental Champion, United States Champion, World Tag Team Champion. At one time, the largest crowd in ECW history. The record may still stand. Right here in Pittsburgh, Shane Douglas beat Bam Bam Bigelow for the ECW World title in November to Remember 1997. That's my 12th birthday.
I won't tell you how old I was. Also 12.
Shit, with Shane, you don't even need a microphone. Well, the franchise has often said both God and the devil have dibs on his soul. Which side of him will we get tonight in the Super Indy title match? He just pushed LeRusso clear out of the ring.
Shane has the size advantage, the experience advantage, the strength advantage.
He's got the psychological advantage too because LeRusso is completely off his game.
Plus, the one key advantage that LeRusso does not have, Shane's the franchise. I don't know if you knew that.
Franchise. I just call him the Chives for short.
Well, you know, I mean, you're close with him. You have that kind of relationship. I called him Fran once. He didn't respond.
I would not want to be as close to him as Chris LeRusso is right now, though. No. LeRusso's in a bad, bad way.
Hope he wasn't planning on using those knuckles.
Oh, you gotta love it.
And he is just dominating LeRusso at this point.
Shane Douglas over 3 decades in the ring and still going strong.
Come on, Chris.
LeRusso up to his feet. Was up to his feet. LeRusso was up to his feet.
And back to the floor. If you were managing Chris LeRusso, what would you tell him?
I would tell him just go to the back and take the count out. Keep the title.
Don't you think that Shane would just get a return match later?
You can get counted out a lot and keep the title.
Yeah, but later will catch up with you eventually. BC Steel will have to worry about later. He can't give the advice.
Well, it gives you time to formulate a game plan, get in the gym, work on those traps and those lats and those quads.
Well, Chris has been in the gym already.
Well, yeah, but you need a little more. It's the franchise.
Chop countered. Oh. Franchise lighting up LeRusso.
Oh.
Jeez. Here we go now for the ride. Huge back body drop by Shane Douglas. I think the last time we saw Shane in IWC was one of our Night of Legends events.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Wrestled Raven 1 year, was in a 6-man tag another year.
You mentioned you were, the November to remember was your 12th birthday. I actually worked Shane's Hardcore Homecoming show in Philadelphia before all the ECW. It was the same weekend as the ECW reunion, one night only.
There you go. Oh, and LeRusso from behind. Bump Nasty a distraction for a moment. LeRusso, the opportunist, sneaks in.
And smart move. He saw an opportunity. You don't get a lot of them with Shane.
Well, LeRusso calls himself the heir apparent, and he feels this entire world is his for the taking. And you know what? You beat the franchise, you got a long way to proving that. Great elevation on the leg drop by LeRusso into the cover for 2. Imagine if Shane Douglas defends the Super Indy title in Super Indy 16.
Yes, I can imagine it.
Franchise v. Gresham. Look at BC Steel, come on. You know LeRusso's not imagining it right now.
Steel, I admire the fact that he got his shot in and then ran to the other side of the ring and posed gracefully.
You admired that he ran away.
Yeah, he didn't get caught. Had he got caught, he could have gotten thrown out. And then how's he going to help?
Yeah, what would we do then?
I'm speaking that you were asking what kind of game plan should LeRusso have. Have BC Steel interject as much as he can get away with. That's a game plan.
LeRusso yelling in Douglas's ear a moment ago, quote, ECW was a long time ago. That may be true, but Shane Douglas's career had life long before and long after ECW. Chris can't forget that. Shane Douglas, former tag champion with Ricky Steamboat of all people.
Yeah,
he can do it all. And franchise sent to the outside. Oh, hits the guardrail hard.
LeRusso following him out. I don't blame him. Press the advantage.
And Shane may be hurt. Shane took a very hard tumble to that guardrail. Ooh. Shane out on his feet here, trying to just get his bearings about him. And the official trying to keep Bulk Nasty and BC Steel at bay. Oh!
And Shane apparently got a bottle of water from someone.
And Chris LeRusso got a bottle of water in a way he didn't plan on it. Oh!
And some fans got a little water for their own enjoyment.
On the house. Shane's looking for more personal belongings of fans.
Perhaps a purse, a watch. Oh.
Settle for the ring post. That's a fair trade-off.
Yeah, that works. Probably better than a purse or a watch.
Depends on what's on the purse.
Depends on the watch.
Got a chair. Oh, LeRusso downstairs.
And LeRusso got a pair, if you know what I mean. Because he hit him below the belt.
Well, the official here to say that. LeRusso mocking the franchise Shane Douglas. Who could forget Shane's wars here in IWC with Bubba the Bulldog? Shane reformed the triple threat at one point with Chris Candido, Michael Shane, the cousin of Shawn Michaels, as well as the one and only CM Punk.
Oh,
Very first cage match in IWC history had Shane's version of the triple threat, with Punk a surrogate for Shane.
And as I recall, at that point, owner and promoter Norm Connors took a door to the head.
It's a chunk of Norm Connors' skin still laying in a gymnasium in West Mifflin somewhere thanks to that match.
Oh, and tag.
BC
Steel is in.
That is not a tag.
There's a count now.
That is also not a tag.
Well, no, because he already tagged BC Steel.
It is a one-on-one match. And there's two more of that analogy you were going with.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Gee, he's getting air on those.
And the franchise sensing an opening and burning atomic drop. Here we go, standard style. Series of clotheslines.
Shane back it up, throws a good punch.
And Shane getting a running head start behind those right hands. Hey, BC Steel.
And again, Steel out of the way.
And Bulk Nasty was the diversion, and BC Steel the difference maker.
Again, good game plan by the heir apparent.
Headlock driver. No, Shane countered, got the leg up. Back of belly! If Shane can cover LeRusso, Shane will be Super Indy champion.
He gets over him.
And Bulk Nasty with the official. LeRusso was done for.
Again, if there's a penalty, you got to take it. If there's a goal, you got to take the penalty.
LeRusso's got something around his fist. LeRusso just decked Shane Douglas with a chain.
I did not see that.
It's in BC Steel's pocket now. The official's kicking out Bulk Nasty, but the damage has been done.
Hey, we got it, don't worry.
Shane's pin, this'll do it.
No!
The franchise. Franchise has life. And Shane downstairs.
Shane knows how to fight dirty with the best of them.
And Shane was signaling belly to belly again, but he saw BC Steel.
No!
And LeRusso! Rail Steel! Shane has got him! No! Oh, man. I would love to see Shane win this championship.
And he's calling for the belly to belly.
No way LeRusso can survive a second one. Oh, nasty, but come on now. Now this should be a disqualification.
Which doesn't do Shane any good. Oh,
LeRusso with that chain again. He used the chain again. And the headlock driver. LeRusso. Chris LeRusso just pinned Shane Douglas.
LeRusso may have won it, but I would say it's more apt to say he survived the franchise.
Yeah, it took 2 shots with a steel chain for LeRusso to come out on top. Shane Douglas, for all intents and purposes after that belly-to-belly, should have been Super Indy champion, believe it or not. But Chris LeRusso ekes one by. It's strength in numbers for the heir apparent of IWC.
Hey, any port in a storm, Joe. Any port in a storm. Talk about big, you want to talk about mean, you want to talk about probably the most aptly named person in IWC, you're talking about Bulk Nasty. Big, aggressive, and he knows what he's doing. If he wants to hurt you, he can hurt you. And when you team him up with BC Steel, well, it's a lethal combination.
Guy looks even bigger than he was in the first half of the show. You kidding me? Bulk Nasty's on a mission right now.
I thought you meant BC Steel.
Well, maybe that too. Shane InYaFace last eliminated Bulk Nasty to win the Proving Ground Battle Royal. That entitles him to a championship match of his choosing next month in Rural Valley at our Proving Ground event. And Shane has not come alone.
No, he brought InYaFace with him.
InYaFace.
Anya. It's a lady's name.
No, I'm agreeing with that. Yeah. So is like her last name Face? Is that?
I'm guessing.
InYaFace and InYaFace?
Yeah.
Battle of prepositions here at IWC Wrestling. She's better looking than BC Steel.
True. I mean, nothing against BC Steel. He is a handsome gentleman.
I wouldn't.
But, yeah, I'd agree with you on that.
On what planet is BC Steel a handsome gentleman? Either of the two.
I'd go with Planet Earth. I mean, I haven't been on too many others.
Sounds like
ask
Gavin.
Around. What are you trying to tell me, son? What? I will not do that. Good Lord.
Moving forward here, one-on-one. It is
Just
Shane
absolutely-
InYaFace and Bulk Nasty as
That hand gesture.
Farnsworth is being completely inappropriate up here.
I am the one trying to do my job.
You're
while
forcing
being
our
harassed.
technical crew to work twice as hard as they need to just because you're being stubborn.
They're the ones being harassing or harassing.
I hope
depending
the
upon-
reset button puts you and Sorghum.
Would you
over
just
the
call
line.
the match, Joe?
Trying.
Let's talk about Bulk Nasty.
Bulk Nasty's looking for comeuppance after he feels he was wronged by Shane InYaFace a month ago. Shane's looking for momentum leading into what will be the biggest month of his Never mind.
Oh, good Lord.
Ouch. I'll finish that point in a minute.
Pink belly. Oh. Sounded like a string of firecrackers going on.
And Shane having to fight back from that, the undefeated MMA fighter. Had so much success over the years in mixed martial arts, and you know as well as anybody from all your studies over the years, it's so difficult to be an overnight success in wrestling. It takes months and months and months to really hone that craft and all the different nuances of it. But it seems like 2017 is poised to be a year that Shane InYaFace can break out here in IWC.
Yeah, I mean, he has everything. He just needs to learn how to put it together. And that's no fault of his own. That just comes with time.
Bulk may help him rip it apart.
Boy. He may have shattered it. Maybe he'll pick up the pieces for him.
But to finish my point, it's a pivotal month for Shane next month as he will challenge for an IWC championship in a match of his choosing. And you got to wonder if he will even be 100% at that point after Bulk's done with him. Certainly he has the potential of choosing Chris LeRusso in the Super Indy Championship. And I think BC Steel would love to make sure that Shane is incapacitated just in case he makes that selection.
Yeah, I mean, that would be my game plan were I Mr. Steel.
Shane just trying to create some distance from him and Bulk.
Let's talk about Bulk's aggressive streak. Since I want to say that the thing that BC Steel has really pulled out of him is that level of aggression. You didn't see this prior to BC Steel becoming an influence on the Bulk Nasty.
That is true. And Bulk was really dominant throughout that entire Proving Ground Battle Royal. BC Steel had actually a counter, a chart on him. And I don't remember how high the number got. It was to at least 8. It may have gotten to 10. I mean, there were so many individuals that were personally eliminated by Bulk.
Well, when you're the biggest man in the room, yeah, a Battle Royal sort of suits you.
It does. And Bulk would have won it if not for Shane InYaFace. It was his day.
Did you hear that one?
I did, unfortunately.
That was good.
Was it?
It was. Trust me. I know good.
Yeah.
And two things I know. It's good and Irish music. I'm not here to talk about the second one.
Shane's back welting up. Shane tried to hang on to Bulk's leg and he tried a quick takedown. But you're not going to maneuver Bulk anywhere he doesn't want to go.
That's true. Having said that, if I'm Bulk, and I know that I'm looking to really lock up much with someone like Shane InYaFace.
Oh, devastating suplex. And when you've got the height and power behind it that Bulk does, the simplest things can get a lot of mileage.
You just torque them right down. And it's your weight, it's his weight, and it's our old pal Gravity, making sure that Shane InYaFace has to worry about whether or not his ribs are flowing.
Good. Get ready. Take a picture.
Bulk going for a power bomb here. Shane in a bad way.
Shane blocked it somewhat.
It was a depth elbow, able to take him down. Almost a Russo style takedown there for two.
He got a couple of elbows right to the top of his head. And then was able to maneuver his weight and sort of post up and then sit on his head and ride him down.
Without question, yeah. And normally, I would say the advantage when they're in close quarters is Bulk nasty, but
not with Shane.
Yeah, when Shane has a chance to kind of ride his opponent, for lack of a better term, Bulk is really out of his element. When they're on their feet and Bulk can use that power, yeah. But on the ground, I think it's all Shane.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that at all.
Told you weren't ready.
I don't think Bulk is used to having to put some distance between him and someone like that.
And Bulk is taking his time. He's using every single second of the 10 count, and now he's broken the count. He's getting out again. We could be here a while.
I don't blame him. Take your time.
Is there a time limit on this?
I didn't hear. Was it a 10-minute time limit? 10 minutes?
That's what I get for asking you. Bulk Nasty trying to recover with BC Steel, and now he's going to get back in.
Back him up.
I wouldn't expect a guy named Bulk Nasty to be this hesitant in getting into a fight, but that's the intimidation that Shane brings with him.
Well, I think he sort of knows what Shane can do. I mean, this may be part of the game plan.
Shane going for those body blows, the knees and the short rights and lefts. Trying to tire out the bigger man. And Bulk explodes. Good grief.
And that strike hit right at the chin. Either chin or just below it. Kind of tough to tell with that face boom that Shane InYaFace is.
InYaFace has it on his face.
No, InYaFace is down there.
Oh, I see. Who's on third?
Oh, no, you're thinking of what? Oh, no, I'm sorry.
What's on second?
What is the name of the baseball player?
I
see why you got confused.
Duck in the corner, and Shane now with that Dragon Sleeper.
Oh, he has it.
And he gets Bulk down into the body scissors. Will Bulk tap out?
He can't get the legs fully wrapped around because of the size of Bulk. But he has the head, the Dragon Sleeper part locked in.
Bulk hasn't tapped yet. BC Steel's afraid he will, though. Can somebody take care of this?
That arm's flopping.
Yeah, Bulk's out. I think the referee could stop this.
I don't know that BC Steel wants to leave his man in this much longer.
He can do some permanent damage here. BC Steel gets disposed of. Bulk's out. What? And the referee stops it. Oh, and LeRusso taking exception. LeRusso had a rough night thanks to Shane Douglas, but now LeRusso coming to bail out his posse.
Who the hell do you think you are? Who the hell do you think you are? Huh? Who are you? Come on, back it up.
Oh no! LeRusso left himself vulnerable. Triangle choke by Shane InYaFace, and LeRusso's tapping. Shane is making the Super Indy champion tap. It's all unofficial, obviously. But LeRusso tapping like the proverbial drum major.
And Bulk landing a few blows to get Shane off of Chris LeRusso.
And all three members of Team LeRusso are completely out of sorts. And Shane InYaFace has single-handedly brought them to their knees.
And now Anya in with them.
Perhaps Shane InYaFace could have a better than average chance of making Chris LeRusso, making him tap out in an official match.
But I know you don't belong in this ring. You don't belong in this company. And if I have anything to say about it, you will be done before you even get started.
Harsh words.
You're big and bad on the microphone. I was going to challenge Wardlow for that title. You wanted to stick your nose in my business? Step in the ring with me? Well, guess what? Next month, in Royal Valley Improvement Grounds, I'm going for the Super Indy title.
I get the frustration with Shane InYaFace. I don't know that he should make that choice.
I think it's a great choice. He just made the Super Indy champion tap out. Wardlow, you never really know. He's a tough athlete to figure out if he's still IWC champion. Shane just proved Chris LeRusso can be beat if he can do it in the context of a match. Shane will be Super Indy champion.
That's a big if. Let's not forget, there's a lot that comes along with Chris LeRusso.
And Shane just overcame it all.
You could be the one that is next. I'm going to be the one they confess over. I want you to do.
Now what is this? This isn't scheduled. Dave Kitch is upset.
Now hold on, it's Corey Futuristic.
And it's Kingpin McDowell. We've answered who, but we're hung up on why.
Why tends to be a conundrum in this.
Especially with these guys. 2/4 or 1/2, if you like your fractions done properly, of the STDs. Sexy, talented dudes. Corey's been palling around with some buddy he claims to have that he's been trying to introduce to chest flexor, but they keep missing each other.
Brian, is it?
I don't think it's McDowell.
No.
My music. Thank you.
It's already off.
All right, Virgil, I know you're hiding out. I
Virgil?
went to all the flea markets in the area, and you weren't there, so I know you're here.
You went to a flea market and invite me?
Get your butt kicking, round 3. It's happening right now. I know the reset button isn't going to pick me because the fix is in, so come out, fight me like a man. I got my friend backstage to help me out. I got Brian here. Come out like a man and fight me.
So Corey Futuristic is calling out Virgil.
Yeah, apparently.
There's no merchandise table anywhere, and I still got money in my wallet, so I don't think he's here.
It could be you hear banjo?
Well, I hear music, but it's not Virgil's. Hey!
Oh!
It's the Mega Plowers! That's Jock Samson in the front, that's Chris Khan in the back!
You mean Magnum CK?
That too! It's Magnum CK and the king of the one-night stands. The only
Gigolo Jock Samson.
I'm not going to repeat that one. Jock is, I don't know if I've ever met a man prouder about cheating on their wife than Jock Samson.
Giving the ladies a little something for their money there.
if you say so. Look at this, Corey and McDowell from behind. They were expecting Virgil, and for some reason, they were upset when Virgil didn't show up.
Yeah, it's a rarity you hear that one. Dang it, where's Virgil? That one doesn't roll off the lips too often.
So it's the STDs and the Mega Plowers now, impromptu tag team match, and Jock's having a connection fit.
He just took that double elbow.
Seen Jock before here with a number of different partners in IWC. Jock, a former one half of the IWC Tag Team Champions at one time.
Very true. But he's been striking out into new territory as one half of the Mega Plowers.
Was that a pun, striking out with Kingpin in there?
You caught on to that.
More baseball than bowling, but it works.
Strike was what I was aiming at there.
Jock is aiming for a tag, but he's way far away from the corner. I think McDowell raked the eyes. Now Corey Futuristic. This is almost literally the past meeting the future right now in the ring.
Yeah, very true. And you would have thought he would have known that Virgil wasn't here. So I guess he really wanted to fight the Mega Plowers.
Have you seen how many people are back there waiting for the reset button, hoping it lands on them? There's people back there I haven't seen in years. There's people back there I don't even know who they are.
That's true. And to be fair, I don't know that we've seen everybody. Virgil may be back there and just not wanting to come out to fight Corey Futuristic.
We still got another couple spins of the reset button tonight.
It spins?
Spins, press, push, depress.
Oh. Well, that was poorly aimed.
That was depressing. Jock wants a tag. Jock's been limping. Mega Plower's signature maneuver is called the Bill Apter drop. It's like their era's version of the Meltzer driver. Oh, look at the left jabs, baby! We getting funky and reloaded!
That's how you do it, Daddy.
We got some clubbering and Elizabeth that's full fistiness coming down on you.
Oh.
And Maggie May going to town. I'll be impressed if Chris Conn wrestles the whole match with a headband on. Oh, there's a Stan Hansen. Shades of pretty much everybody from my childhood by Chris Conn.
Yeah. He's running the gambit.
He's a pile driver? It's legal here. We're not in Memphis.
Oh,
no.
No.
Oh, God. Power bomb. That was impressive.
That was.
McDowell was fighting that to the ring. And Corey's trying to wave his buddy out here, and nobody's showing up.
Uh-oh.
What? Is the Bill Apter drop? Can he get him up? Oh, Jock's hurt.
Jock's feeling it.
And a foot drape. Wasn't how the Mega Plowers maybe wanted to do it. Kingpin's walking out on Corey because he wasn't there to help. Corey was too busy waving for his mysterious buddy we haven't met yet.
And I think Magnum CK did go the whole match in the headband. I think he took it off after the pin.
Well, that was the most interesting set of circumstances involving the IWC Tag Division, but the Mega Plowers successful in their debut.
You never know what you can expect with the reset button, and this had nothing to do with the reset button.
Only indirectly so. Jock to his feet. You gotta believe there'll be a lot more of the Mega Plowers here in IWC Wrestling, and maybe next time we'll see that Bill Apter drop.
Maybe.
Man that went nearly 3 years in IWC at one point without ever being pinned once. Jimmy Vegas is a dominant force in IWC lore, but Vegas was pinned a month ago, and it was at the hands of the man called Wardlow. Vegas doesn't have many glitches in that record book in the win-loss column, but he suffered one. It was the same man that effectively ended the IWC careers of Jimmy DeMarco and Super Hentai. Vegas, though, he's back to fight. He wants to earn another shot at the man with war in his name. Vegas is pacing like a madman. DJZ, multiple-time TNA X Division champion, has been plagued by a broken wrist for the past couple of months. Still has it on, I believe, a soft cast or a splint. He's not quite 100%, but he's ready to fight here tonight. You know, DJZ was very upset over disappointing the IWC fans last month, and very upset that he lost the IWC title without being able to compete for it. Wardlow beat Vegas and then RJ City later in the night to win that championship. Doctors would not let DJZ in the mix, so to speak. But tonight it's Z and Vegas, two multiple-time former IWC champions, to crown the #1 contender to whomever will survive tonight's match between Wardlow and Shane Taylor.
And two long-time pillars of IWC. I think this is the first time they've ever faced each other.
At least one-on-one, I'd say, absolutely.
Yeah.
Vegas was I believe, the second ever IWC champion. Won it for the first time back in 2001, but is still going strong. DJZ was, I think with the exception of Corey Graves, SJK, I believe DJZ was the youngest IWC champion in history. Survived the largest tournament in IWC history to win it.
And I gotta say, I think I agree with DJZ's game plan here.
Oh!
He doesn't want to lock. He doesn't want to get too close. He wants to get in, get out.
Yeah. Power goes to Vegas. Quickness to Z. Not that we're breaking any headlines on that one. Z enforcing that headlock.
And Vegas just using his power.
Wild swinging. Z is incensed on that headlock. He is he's committing to it. You control the head, you control the body. He's able to take Vegas over, which is not an easy task on its own right.
So you can see the tape on the shoulder. You may see it as a gateway to that injury. Start with the headlock and start wearing that shoulder now.
If you were Justin LeBar, would you have a preference on who you wanted to see win this? Oh, God! Are you kidding me?
After that, I'd say I'd rather DJZ win, or what's left of DJZ win.
Vegas practically hurled DJZ up to the ceiling.
He almost threw him through the ropes and out of the ring.
Multiple revolutions, just with reckless abandon. And Vegas almost didn't look like he was trying. Can you believe that?
That's the power of Jimmy Vegas.
Oh, DJZ able to reverse. Vegas hits the post. That's desperation by DJZ more than anything.
And a good hard shot to the solar plexus there.
Still can't get over that visual. That was crazy.
And breaks the count.
Well, double count out. We'd have no #1 contender. LeBar would love that.
In that case, does the reset button get to pick?
Well, the reset button already picked the top contender. It was a dinosaur.
A dinosaur. It was the dinosaur.
Ouch!
A T-Rex.
DJZ with a thrust kick. Second one. Vegas into the people. And if I'm one of the IWC fans, I'm not going to stick close by Jimmy Vegas. Because with DJZ, anything can happen.
Watch him fly.
Launches himself, and Vegas collapses onto the fans.
And DJZ is backed up even further. He may look to fly again.
Vegas doesn't see him. Oh, Vegas! I think he hit head first into the bleachers.
Yeah, I think he did too.
And DJZ is pumped up. This has been all that's on DJZ's mind for the past 6 weeks, ever since he had to forcibly hand over the IWC title.
And Vegas pushing himself back into the ring.
And Z zeroing into that shoulder.
Like I said, the tape marks that it's going to be an issue for him.
Well, when you've been through the wars with Jimmy Vegas, sometimes you get banged up. Those battle wounds are tough to heal sometimes. Vegas has over a decade and a half of battle scars throughout his body. Ooh. And again flinging Z to the outside.
Like he threw a paper airplane.
I think Vegas just had the official help pop Vegas' shoulder back into place.
Oh.
Vegas is really, really concerned about that shoulder and really trying to feel it out, maneuver it around to make sure it's still in a good place. But,
well, I mean, he's using it. He's moving it around a little. That's a good sign.
If that's the risk, if that's the vulnerability of the shoulder going into this matchup, then one might question Vegas' decision to take this match.
Yeah, but if you're looking to get your way up to the top, if you want to face Wardlow again, you have to. There's someone in the way of that, and DJZ is definitely has a rightful claim to be the next one to face him as well.
Vegas back in as DJZ crawled himself back into battle. Vegas was waiting for him. Both men the worse for wear for a couple of minutes there.
Yeah, that shoulder's still bothering him.
Look at this suplex. Beautifully done. Walking around with him, DJZ feels the brunt of it. When Vegas utilized his power game and controls the style of matchup he wants, there may be none better up and down this roster.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more.
But DJZ trying to get Vegas out of that comfort zone.
Kick to the shoulder.
And Vegas caught Z. Z trying to use his body as an offensive weapon. But Vegas, just with reckless abandon, has been hurling Z across Elizabeth, Pennsylvania.
And that went from the corner to the center of the ring like he finished up with a napkin and tossed it over his shoulder. And now he's just stretching those arms back.
And imagine DJZ, his opponent is behind him. All this pressure is being put on the arm and shoulders. There's nowhere for him to go here.
He got to his feet. Now, but really, you're not going to win the power game against Jimmy Vegas. There are a few that will.
Z is trying. He believes that he can. That's a great attribute, but Vegas spins him right back around where we started.
Oh, there you go. Find that opening.
Resourceful by DJZ. And Vegas back with the elbow. And again, not a lot of mobility shown in that arm and shoulder. 2 count only.
I don't. If I'm DJZ, I'd be worried about this. The Jimmy Vegas you can see is threatening. The Jimmy Vegas you can't is worrisome.
Oh, and Vegas hit shoulder first. Vegas just shoulder right into the turnbuckle. See with a clothesline, but can barely budge the big man. May not be the best strategy. Vegas with one of his own. Look, he explodes, leaves his feet and connects.
Had to put the full weight of his body into it and just flop himself out.
By jawbreaker. DJZ's feeling the energy. Spriggs up with a back elbow. Oh my God.
Nope.
Jeez. Point and counterpoint, center of the ring, but Vegas spins around with that discus clothesline. Now belly to belly. Shades of the franchise, but can't put him away.
And he had the weight pressed down on him, but he didn't really have a leg hook.
And again, that may go back to the limited mobility of the arm.
Yeah. Good point.
DJZ just needs a breather now.
To be honest, so does Vegas. He's recouping a little bit. Oh.
See, up and in. Creates that distance. Vegas caught him. One arm bender.
And that's it.
Vegas has won many matches this way. Will this be all? No.
No.
And credit the resolve of DJZ for being able to kick out.
And now Vegas going for a walk.
And it's not just a walk. Vegas is going for reinforcements. And again, keep in mind, this is not a no disqualification matchup. If Vegas uses this chair, he risks losing the #1 contendership.
Well, he's wedging it in the corner. Referee Bobby Williams allowing it to happen. I mean, warning him, but
this ring is specially reinforced for this event. Vegas having a tough time navigate how tight these ropes are. Wait, DJ, see with the roll up. See with the roll up. Nearly put him away. Wait. Oh, Vegas' head hits the chair. Can't disqualify Z because it was Vegas who put the chair there.
Oh! It's just kick after kick to the head.
Springs up into the DDT by DJZ. Could this be all? DJZ's the #1 contender. DJZ a step closer to recapturing the title he never lost, but no matter who wins tonight between Wardlow and Shade Taylor, DJZ's got his work cut out for him.
Yeah, absolutely. It's sort of like winning the lottery, but the prize is you get to be in a car crash.
But DJZ will throw caution to the wind. He has no problem putting his body on the line. DJZ's been to the top of the mountain multiple times before. He'd love to be IWC champion again, and respect is there from DJZ to Vegas and back. But DJZ back on a path to his IWC title. Our final championship matchup, I shouldn't say final because the heavyweight title will be on the line again, but our
Making their way to the ring from the Ivy League, with a SAT score of 4,000, the team of Channing and Trent Gibson, the IWC Tag Team Champions,
the fourth championship defense of the evening. The incumbent champions are Channing Decker and Trent Gibson, the Fraternity two-time champions. Survived a heck of a war with Remy LeVay and Keith Hart a month ago to retain these championships, and going down the line through the months of many individuals who have tried to unseat the Fraternity and failed, but we don't know which two, and it's no guarantee it's going to be a tag team. It's going to be two individuals picked by.
Hypothetically, it could pick a tag team, couldn't it?
It could.
And we thought you people were idiots.
We thought you were dumb.
We were sure of it.
We know you are.
Shut up, I'm trying to work here. And then you people go and vote us your IWC Tag Team of the Year.
More ballot box stuffing.
Two-time IWC Tag Team of the Year.
And you know what? They got me
Tell them about the trades. It got me thinking it's time to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
It's time to take it to the greats. We are so obviously the greatest tag team to ever come across the IWC. You all know.
Debatable.
Shut up.
That's a heck of a claim.
I hope it lands on Corey, Futuristic, and Virgil.
It's okay. There's pills for that now. We can take care of it for you. It's okay. So now it's time to move on to the greatest tag teams in time and space. I see you, baby.
Fraternity seemed pretty confident here.
Tell them to bring them out. Bring them out. So without further ado, let's hit the reset button.
Who's it gonna be? I hope it's Jake Garrett.
Oh, good Lord. The axe murderer, Jake Garrett.
I hope it's the Swamp Monster. It could be anybody. I hope it's Kingdom James.
It's the photographer.
What?
It's Dan Hooven.
The photographer?
Yeah, he's not a wrestler.
This isn't funny. This isn't funny. I'm not.
Well, we said it could be anybody.
No, this is a rip. No way. No way. No. 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 I'm not getting in there. I don't know.
Daniel Hooven has been doing great work as our ringside photographer for many months now.
And he's yelling, is this a joke?
Come on,
No. No.
It's not a joke, it's a reset button.
No, I'm not doing this. I'm not.
And the fraternity love this.
I'm not doing this.
They're looking at this as a night off. Hey, come on now. The guy's a photographer. And you're gonna oh, come on.
No.
That is completely out of line.
Where are my glasses at?
And again, you never know who it's gonna be, but
No! God, come on, this isn't funny. No!
you got the guy's glasses? Come on now.
Please, don't do it.
When are these guys gonna grow up?
Come on, don't. Come on, the prescription, don't do that.
Sophomore hijinks. Come on. That's low. That's low even for the fraternity.
Even if they let him go at this point, he can't keep taking pictures.
Can't see.
Can't see.
Forget taking pictures, he's got to defend himself.
He has to drive home tonight.
Hell, he's got to wrestle if you listen to the reset button. Hey, now wait a second. That's probably about a $600 camera. You don't want to mess with that.
The camera's $600. The lens, you're probably looking at another $4.
Stop it!
Come on now.
Get off, that's not funny, it's over. You don't do that!
No. No.
Oh, come on.
That's how this guy makes a living. Don't take his livelihood. Come on.
That's Dan's camera. That's not IWC property.
Can we get somebody out here, please? This is just uncomfortable. That hardwood fraternity paddle. No! My God. That's this guy's passion, his livelihood, his hobby, his love, whatever you want to call it. Just literally destroyed in front of his eyes. And for what? What do these guys gain from this? Doesn't help prove their point about being a great tag. Doesn't prove anything. Hey!
Oh, he's mad.
Look at Hooven! Oh, but... And I admire the guy for defending himself, but it's 2-on-1, and that was only a matter of time. Wait a second! What? John McChesney! He's back!
And we know he's had issues with the Fraternity.
And he's not on crutches this time! And it looks like we will have to wait for the reset button to be pressed again. John McChesney is in this matchup.
The bell rang. I mean, unfortunately, so is Dan Hooven.
McChesney disposes of Gibson, and there goes Decker. Last summer, McChesney completely tore apart his gastrocnemius muscle. Was in a cast, was in crutches, had to be surgically repaired. The injury was a lot worse than expected. He's been out for many months, but now McChesney's come to the aid of the photographer?
Well, thank God someone did.
Hey, come on now. Fraternity are picking on fans now.
Oh.
What is wrong with these two? And McChesney taking the fight to both frat members. Keep in mind, McChesney's challenged the frat a couple of times before with some, let's say, surprising tag team partners. Britt Baker one time.
Well, I remember that.
And it didn't work out in John's favor. But can it work out for John to team with Daniel Hooven, who's never had a professional wrestling match before in his life?
Well, he knows how to throw punches and tag. That's about all I know.
Oh, chops ain't too shabby. Second one.
You know, he's not sure. Tag out.
Yeah, well,
good move. Good move.
Can't blame him there. He got his shots in. Frat's done their damage. I can't imagine what go through that man's mind to be able to watch them smash his glasses, smash his camera, not be able to do a thing about it. And now maybe living vicariously through McChesney and get another shot to get some blows in.
He puts the boots to him.
Solid kick. Another solid kick.
And back out.
Quit while you're ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, it's frequent tags. It's smart tag wrestling.
With the help of John McChesney, you too can be a professional wrestler.
You can do this, right? Yeah, just like this.
Arm wringer. Well, we're going to learn how to fly here. I believe Hooven has worked out at the Iron City Wrestling Academy a number of times, but he's in no way ready for a matchup like this. No way ready for tag team champions.
Yeah, I mean,
he's in good shape, but there's good shape and there's wrestling shape.
I've cooked a meal or two. It doesn't mean I'm ready to enter the cordon bleu.
Tag into Gibson. And that's the thing, the Fraternity only need a little opening to capitalize. It doesn't take much for them to just really take over in a matchup. Especially with stuff like that.
Just choking him right now across that bottom rope.
And now look at the problem, Jay Worth. McChesney is in his corner. Hooven is all the way on the opposite side of the ring, and he might as well be a mile away from making a tag.
Very true. I mean, the Fraternity know the advantage they have, and they will keep it come hell or high water.
Well, Hooven's going to fight, and I give him all the credit in the world for that. Man, Decker sends him back down. I'm not even going to comment on that. That's just distasteful.
How dare you do something like that, huh?
And McChesney's temper is raised, but again, nothing he can do about it. I'm not sure what that was.
I think it was the Ride the Pony.
I think it's some fraternity hazing from Channing Decker. And this is just, this is unsettling and unfortunate that the fraternity are, and they're going to gloat about it. Just pin him. Just pin him.
They got a count of 5, John. Come on.
This will do it. Fraternity retained it. No!
There's a lackadaisical pin, and Dan Hooven pushed that shoulder up.
And again, Hooven's not fighting him.
Give him some life.
Doesn't want to stay down, doesn't want to quit. And that's admirable, but again, you're against the IWC Tag Team Champions. They've dominated this division for over a year. And a modified jawbreaker by Hooven.
And Hooven rolling. Almost there.
Here comes Decker. Can Hooven get to McChesney? No. That may have been his one chance.
Unfortunately, Decker did first.
Yeah. Moving right back into the fraternity part of town.
Just wheeled him right into the corner.
2 count only. And again, Hooven, he has every right to just stay down. He's not a wrestler. He can't see.
I mean, if I were Hooven, I would consider that.
If you were Hooven, he'd have been out in the parking lot by now looking for his car. You wouldn't have even stayed to fight.
Oh, yeah. There would have been a knee-sized hole in that wall.
But again, I'll give him credit to Hooven. He wants to fight. He wants to defend himself. But again, how much is too much to overcome?
I don't even know that he wants to fight. I think he knows he has to fight at this point.
And there's remnants of that camera that they smashed. They being the fraternity.
Come on, Hooven, work with me, baby.
Again, rubbing it in.
Which really, considering that Hooven's laying there with his eyes closed, barely moving, I don't even know that he gets the rib on him.
Well, all these people get it, and all these people can see Decker bask in his glory. Oh, hello! You don't need training to pull that one off. That's a good old-fashioned uppercut.
And now he needs to clear the cobwebs.
Yeah, can Hooven get to McChesney? Decker's in trouble, but Hooven's still got a long way to go.
Pull himself there.
He's inching. Stretching. Trent Gibson in, and here comes McChesney. Pace quickens, mood changes, big league into battle. Oh, pinpoint drop kick. And the TKO connects. McChesney. Oh, the atomic drop. One-man flapjack. The most decorated IWC champion in history is a one-man tag team right now. Oh, thrust kick connects second time. Gibson is dazed. Third is the charm. McChesney got out of here. New champions. We got new champions. What? Did I hear that right?
I guess.
The IWC photographer
is now the IWC tag champ.
With John McChesney, the greatest champion ever. Which way is up? We call it the most unpredictable night of the year. Not even we could have fathomed this happening.
And I think it's said again that Hooven may have to have a second match. There's a look of worry on his face.
Second match, he may have a run.
He wasn't illegal. He wasn't illegal.
Well, Decker is inaccurate with that. McChesney was very much legal. As was Gibson. Fraternity have lost the titles. And they came in so cocky and so full of it. And this is what they get for it. This moment. He deserves this moment. After what they put him through.
And here comes Plummer.
Decker is protesting. We have another referee in, ring announcer, sort this out. I don't believe Decker was correct and that an illegal man got pinned. But he's protesting something.
Is he?
Squeaky wheel gets the grease, we know that.
And Hooven still looks dumbstruck.
They cheated. Everyone on your side. John McChesney was not selected.
Excuse me.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't.
That is a valid point.
You know
he
what?
was not selected by the reset.
You
button.
two
does have a
sorority
point.
bitches come out here. Oh, and you try to mess with Hooven. That's why I came out here to defend the IWC from you two idiots. We are the new tag team champions.
Contract states all challengers chosen via the reset button, you're right.
However, I mean, there's a case to be made.
Informed by IWC owner Justin Plummer that because John McChesney was not selected by the reset button, this match is a no contest.
Wow.
IWC Tag Team Champions, the Fraternity.
They got us. They got us on another technicality, and John McChesney got screwed again.
That's an odd. I'm just saying at least one of them was selected by the button.
But John wasn't, and John was in the match, and he's the one that pinned the Fraternity.
Here's what we're gonna do, because I hate to make this call, but the call's the call.
Oh, shut
But
up.
you guys aren't getting up. Just hear me out.
You suck.
Hear me out. Turn me down a bit. Turn me down.
Turn him up. What, you're gonna let him talk right? Turn up 211.
February 25th, we're going to be in Royal Valley for Proving Ground 6. Right here, tonight we're going to start calling it Proving Ground because we're going to have this match officially. The Fraternity will defend the tag team titles versus John McChesney and Dan Hooven. So get some gear. We're going to do this for February 26th.
Get some gear, he tells Dan Hooven.
I guess he will have that next match after all.
Yeah, maybe get some training while you're at it, Dan.
A dream and an unfathomable one at that, given and taken away from Daniel Hooven in one night, in one fell swoop. But now as we head to Rural Valley in a month for Proving Ground 6, an opportunity to be redeemed again, to be prepared to march into battle against his bullies and perhaps come out an IWC champion. Can you believe it? The reset button completely shaking up IWC's 2017. The Fraternity got off on a technicality this time, but there'll be no technicality at Proving Ground. Shane Taylor first burst on the scene here at IWC around 2008, and through having various mentors along the way, Taylor grew into being perhaps one of the most intimidating forces, if not the most intimidating force, in the history of IWC wrestling. A couple of years ago, Taylor relocated his career, moved down to Texas, where he has instilled fear into a whole new crop of independent wrestling stars down there. And through that came his entrance into Ring of Honor and the continuation of his years-long rivalry with Ray Rowe. A rivalry that in many ways started here in IWC all those years ago. Taylor is in better shape, more focused, determined and ruthless than ever before. And he's got one goal he couldn't get in his prior run here. That's the IWC Championship. Wardlow has not been on the IWC scene for very long, comparative to many of the IWC champions to come before him. But in his wake, a list of victims that'll rival any man who has called this company their home. To end the career of Jimmy DeMarco, maybe the most popular and gutsy IWC champion ever. To end the career of Super Hentai, the man who created, reignited, and embodied Super Indy. And to pin Jimmy Vegas when you can count on one hand and have many fingers left over who did.
Get on your feet, live from the Point Time Sports Center here in Elizabeth, PA. This is the man of the evening, and it's for the IWC World Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the man in charge of Middletown referee, Bobby Williams. And now, the challenger from East Cleveland, Ohio, bringing in 345 pounds. This man is the pretty boy killer, the quiet Shane
PBK, pretty boy killer, down about 30 or 40 pounds from his prior run, but hadn't lost a bit of power.
Accompanied by Justin LeBron. From Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in 275 pounds, he is the reigning, defending, undisputed IWC World Heavyweight Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Wardlow.
Again, Wardlow's dominance, his track record, DeMarco, Hentai, Vegas. No one man in the history of IWC has done to those three men what Wardlow has, and Wardlow is nowhere near done yet.
Here's what I want to point out. Part of Shane Taylor's whole persona and the package of Shane Taylor is intimidation. The size, the power, the violent attitude. It's intimidating.
I'll notice LeBar did a diversion early. LeBar and Taylor formerly had an association a couple of years ago, but that completely out the window now that LeBar has a new cash cow in Wardlow.
Wardlow has not flinched.
Oh! He may now. Two heavy-handed young athletes. And maybe the first time in IWC an all Cleveland main event. Oh. Shane Taylor came to IWC tonight with a mission. Did not want Wardlow to get off easy with a token title defense. Wardlow was going to earn it.
And earning it, he is willing to do. I mean, so far, toe-to-toe with Shane Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor puts the brakes on, but Wardlow gets the foot up. Nobody moves. Look at this. Oh! My God, Shane is just as strong as he's ever been, but he's quicker, he's more agile, and that makes him more dangerous. This is a better Shane Taylor than we have ever seen.
That was an amazing amount of impact.
And Wardlow wants to regroup.
I don't blame him.
And again, Wardlow used to being the dominator, used to being the aggressor, used to being the powerhouse, but not the case here.
Wow, and Wardlow's chest is bright red. Stop sign red.
And if I'm LeBar, I'm keeping my distance.
It might be bleeding.
Yeah, Taylor is bursting blood vessels on Wardlow. Look out. And Wardlow fires back.
Like I said, has not flinched, is not intimidated by everything that Shane Taylor brings to the ring.
Can you imagine the egg on LeBar's face? Oh. If his prior charge defeats his current one, boy, would he backpedal in a hurry.
Yeah. It'd be a time for a strategic reevaluation of the business plan.
Hey, LeBar, Grabbing on a Taylor. LeBar must have a death wish. Oh my God. Wardlow tried to elevate Taylor for that Wardlow driver, and Taylor comes back and continues to unload. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! Oh. That's all straight power. German release suplex of 345 pounds.
And Wardlow now going for the pin. No.
Wardlow just unloading with the right hands. Other than Ray Rowe, I'm not sure if there's a man alive that is a suplex Shane Taylor like that.
And it didn't look like he put a lot of effort into it. He caught him and just up and over. It was natural for him.
Yeah, Taylor taking it back there.
And a boot right to the ribs. Which is a smart idea to attack Shane Taylor's ribs. A man that size, it requires a lot of oxygen to keep everything moving. You mess up his ability to breathe, all of a sudden he's not running at 100%.
Notice as Wardlow is doing that to Shane Taylor, LeBar was barking in Taylor's ear the entire time. Can you imagine not just having to concentrate on a fight and concentrating on breathing, but also dealing with LeBar at the same time?
Yeah. You can see why Wardlow keeps him around.
Again! Second German suplex.
He may not be the mayor of Suplex City, but I guarantee he's at least on city council.
And certainly you can't argue the success Wardlow and LeBar have had together. Cover here for 2. Shane Taylor did a great job of pulling Wardlow's punk card at the top of the broadcast. Pretty much dared him, goaded him into the fight. Wardlow, I think part of Wardlow wants to prove himself here, doesn't want to hide behind LeBar, but LeBar wants to take the easy way out.
No, can you blame him? The easy way out's easy. What would you choose if you were in the ring right now? Try and run through Shane Taylor or an easy way out?
I don't think that's a fair question. DDT.
And I will, to Wardlow's credit,
this could do it here, 2-0.
Wardlow has not backed down at all. Wardlow has not. You have not seen the eye rake, the nut shot,
But notice Wardlow just realizing, I think, the damage done to his chest. He looked down and felt the blood and saw just the red and purple welts on his chest, and that may have incensed Wardlow here to up his aggression a bit.
He may be a bit angry.
Maybe.
Sorry, he may be a bit angrier.
That ain't gonna help matters.
That shotgun-like crack of skin on skin.
Oh my God! Spinebuster to Shane Taylor. That is breathtaking.
Forget can Shane Taylor take any more of those? Can our ring take any more of that?
Well, that's a hell of a question. Wardlow looking over to LeBar like, it didn't work, boss.
And that's why he has him there.
Wardlow saying it's over. Wardlow is deceptively agile. We've seen this in the past.
We've seen him swanton.
And nobody there for the swanton. Wardlow went for everything and came up empty. Shane Taylor has an opportunity.
The PBK might be looking to do a little PBKing.
Pretty Boy Killer going to add a victim to his list. And we remember that massive clothesline, but not this time, it's the splash. A roll through by Taylor, but right into the boot of Wardlow. Unreal.
Oh, and an elbow right to the chin.
My God, what a physical battle this is. Uranagi. Oh, and Taylor's, but we got a new champion. No.
Wow, LeBar just saw his paycheck almost go up in flames.
And probably his relationship with Wardlow is at that.
You don't show out the level of money that gets transacted there and have losses.
Now Taylor's measuring for that clothesline, that big tree branch. Wardlow doesn't see it, now he does, just in the nick of time. And Wardlow elevates Taylor, no he can't. Oh God! From beyond the depths of hell, he's got him, no! Oh, LeBar saw his professional life flash before his eyes.
Would you go with scurrying? Was he scurrying to try and do something there?
That works. What are you going to do? You do anything, you got to meet the wrath of Shane Taylor.
I know. Taylor dragging a pretty unresponsive Wardlow.
And, oh no. Taylor going to elevate himself, and LeBar's seen enough. LeBar is feeling the worst. Wardlow able to cut Shane Taylor off at the pass. Straight boot.
And there's a little assist to get him up onto the shoulders.
Oh, and he got him! That Wardlow driver connected! And Wardlow's just pinned Shane Taylor!
IWC World Champion. What do you have to say about that? Show some respect. Show some respect.
God, get the hook. Wardlow, the champion.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You loudmouth rapscallion. Haven't you learned your lesson yet? Yes. I see. Maybe I must come back and delete your power. On April 8th, myself and the nefarious Brother Nero are returning to IWC, yes, to meet you. And on that date, you obsolete mule of all, what will be his fate, Brother Nero? You'll fade away and classify yourselves as obsolete. Obsolete! You'll fade away and classify yourselves as obsolete. Obsolete! And then delete! 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 And now, back to our regular scheduled programming.
The Broken Hardys, Broken Matt and Brother Nero are coming to Meadville, but Justin LeBar is getting broken in Elizabeth. Shane Taylor with an exclamation point to his former boss. But Wardlow escapes with the IWC title. The Broken Hardys are coming, but Wardlow is still the face of the International Wrestling Cartel. He escapes the reset button intact.